welcome to this week's Ask Mama Amy on senior care. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to face their incapacity or death. Nobody wants to talk about it, and especially with their parents. Now, what we have found in our practice is the people who actually are willing to face it and embrace it generally are able to have a higher quality of life and dignity at, when things do happen. And so I'm going to share with you some tips about how to have this conversation with our aging parents and how to help them to have the kind of dignity and the quality of lifestyle that they want. So tip number one is essentially just talk to your parents about it. Now, the way to talk about it is really important, right? Like, we don't want to be like, okay, when are you gonna, So here are a few tips. First, just very informally, let them know that you really care about them. So the thing is, for example, I really care about you and I want to make sure that you have everything that you need if we ever get to that point. Where do they want to live if they cannot care for themselves? How do they want to pay for those things? What type of health care do they wish to be provided to them if they were ever in a terminal or vegetative or end of life stage? What would they like you to do to help them? Do they have any insurance that you need to know about? Any important paper? Any estate planning documents that they have? Just let them know you really care about them because you want them to have the same lifestyle as they are having now and maintain the dignity and life quality. Tip number two is a special long-term care durable power of attorney is the single most important thing that your parents can sign. Now, with the average nursing home cost being $10,000 in California, it is so important to be able to shelter your assets and income. So you want to have that legal authority to be able to do that for them. Now, it's not just any form power of attorney. It has to be a very specific power of attorney that includes certain provisions. For example, it has to include a provision that allows the agent to be able to protect income and assets, create irrevocable trusts, gift to themselves if need be, and sign admissions papers without being liable for the payment. And then also apply for long-term or long-term care insurance and apply for government benefits on your behalf, on the parents' behalf, right? Tip number three is to consider the home. Now, luckily in California, the primary residence is not considered as part of the assets that would cause you to lose eligibility under Medi-Cal long-term care. So that's a good thing. Now, the second thing is if you have rental property, it's excluded as an available asset. So then even if you have rental property, you could still qualify. The fourth thing is consider long-term care insurance if you haven't already. And it, of course, depending on the cost of the long-term care insurance, it is something you want to consider. For the remaining of the tips, please stay tuned and watch my next week video. Thank you.